Recently, I took part in an excursion that I believe could contribute to teachers' abilities to deliver holistic learning that engages with Aboriginal people and perspectives. The excursion I chose to go on was to Bass Point Reserve, just south of Shell Harbour. The reserve is about a half an hour drive from the University of Wollongong and is made up of a 1.5 kilometre coastal walk around the headland of Bass Point and a self-guided sign tour around a large grassy area. The area is of cultural significance to the Darawal people as it served as a campsite, one of the oldest known sites in which Aboriginal people occupied. Though I didn't go on this excursion with a school, I think taking a class of stage 1 or 2 students here would be a meaningful experience and would be a really effective way by which any teacher could develop a unit of work that places country centre, begins to familiarise students with the concept of oneness and engages students with a two-way approach to teaching and learning through engaging with different KLAs. The first part of the excursion is a coastal walk around the headland of Bass Point that takes approximately 30 minutes. This aspect of the excursion is an important learning experience because it presents the opportunity for students to connect with country in a personal way. It lends itself to discussions and story sharing about how we look after country, what country does for us, personal anecdotes, and how country has impacted our lives. The second part is a self-guided Indigenous cultural walk. This part of the excursion is set out in a big grassy area with signs posted around. I chose this cultural walk because I'm a big believer in self-regulated and self-guided learning, and this walk gives students the opportunity to engage with cultural learnings at their own pace. It's important for students to understand the meaningful ways in which people connect with place in order to have an empathetic and all-encompassing experience with Aboriginal education. The signs provide students with knowledge and insight into how meaningful place and country is to Aboriginal people and the effect these have on culture and experiences. I also think the signs present an opportunity for students to practice critical thinking skills. Though they give an Aboriginal perspective, the signs do have a distinct flavour of colonialism. One thing I would do if I was wanting to take a class in this excursion, which I did not do for this assessment, would be to consult with members of the Aboriginal community. Before I did anything, I'd connect with members of the community and ask for permission and advice. I'd run them through the ideas I had and would ask for input into how to make the activities more relevant to Indigenous people. Ideally, I'd ask a member of the community to accompany us and share their knowledge and stories, as I believe that best exemplifies holistic Aboriginal education, making Aboriginal perspectives prevalent and meaningful presences throughout learning experiences. All in all, this excursion was meaningful to me, and I think that learning through country is the most effective way we can engage students in a meaningful, respectful and culturally sensitive learning experience. I think the Aboriginal perspective and knowledge shared through engaging with country and the cultural walk will be meaningful to students as well.